for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has the ball first today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical.
It's a seam wide open. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Caught in the backfield, it's Harrell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. White going to attack through the air. He's got him. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
And the extra point is good. Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pocket breaking down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Got it behind the line. It's Harrell.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught near the sticks. It's Valentine. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. pressure point here would tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they...
Wide open spaces. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Shakes off the defender. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Valentine. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Rushes on him. Extending the play. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll pull it on the read. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete on the right side. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap on third down. Makes a connection. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Dogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Handoff from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. White wants to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop. Fourth down. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Punt is in the air. Now on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal. They'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. White going to attack through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Mississippi State going up tempo. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, running back gets the give. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. He wants to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try and play action. Gets away from 1. Gonna try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. They'll give it to him again. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. 6th play of the drive coming up. Send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And they've regained the lead after putting up a 3-spot to kickoff unit. Set to go.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? From the gun, they'll try the middle. Ball is out behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. QB draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. He's got it down the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. White wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't...
He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the big house is not easy. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan State.
Quick release on the RPO.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. White going to attack through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down, using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll run play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Valentine. They stop. Short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Lining up to convert 3rd down. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. White wants to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Power football with the run. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got it, looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Georgia sends out the punt team. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. So now it's 2nd and long. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Assault inter... right?